Yo, can you hear me? Yeah.
Hey, I can hear you great, man.
Yeah.
Technology.
Yes, man. Yeah, bro. Technologies are fucking man. Oh, let me switch the camera around this way. This is easier. Yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
Technologies are fucking man. I won't even lie to you. I'm like, bro. I swear, I'm 21 yet, but I swear I'm like a 50-year-old trapped in a 21-year-old body, man.
Oh, bro, man, you got less of an excuse. I'm much older. But
Bro,
yeah,
I'm just old fashioned as fuck, innit?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We've actually started recording, man. So we're going straight in.
Oh, wicked.
But
Oh,
yeah,
mate. Just
uh,
quickly before we start, sorry to cut you off. I'm allowed to swear in it.
you're absolute. Yeah, of course you can, man. Of course you can.
Amazing, amazing,
You can swear
amazing,
all you
amazing.
fucking want, mate. Um,
Yeah, perfect.
yeah, Jovan Majstorivic. You know what? I'm gonna fuck this up. Yeah, so bear with me.
Go
Jovan
ahead.
Majstorovic. Is that correct? Or is it
Okay, you got the second name pretty good, but the first name is Jovan. So
Jovan?
Jovan,
Sorry, Jovan.
yeah, Jovan Majstorivic. There you go.
It's really strange, yeah. So I saw a kickboxing fight with you recently, and it
Yeah,
sounds to get your name wrong because I swear you got it wrong like twice.
bro. Literally, they announced me as Jovan Majstorov, and I was like, I even walked out, yeah, and I was like, this is not my name, and everyone's like, hurry up, like you need to walk out, you need to walk out, and I'm warming up. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Ah
And
man,
even then when I won, and the announcer's like, Jovan Majstorov, and I'm like, bro, don't make me sound Russian, bro. I'm not Dagestani.
yeah, no, because I was looking at that. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go with that pronunciation. I don't know if that's correct yet. And then luckily, I watched an interview of you last year with Ike MMA, and I was like, you know,
Yeah.
he's got it somewhat right there, man. But hey, look, I'm just gonna go off that, yeah, because I watched I pretty much watched that today. Watched that twice as well. I think that
Amazing.
performance, man, like amazing performance.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. Thank
bloody
you.
hell, like you go out very aggressive, man, in the first round. Like, is that always been your style?
You know what it is? Like, I feel like for that fight, because I took that on 2 weeks' notice, but I was basically like training for like a good 2 months, like I'm in camp in it. Because that's what I usually do when I'm training, when I'm serious. I prepare myself as if I'm preparing for a fight. And I train like a fucking animal. Like sometimes I'll even overtrain. That's why I'll get injured and shit. But that fight I took on 2 weeks' notice, and I was like, bro, I'm fit as fuck. Like I'm just gonna go out and fuck this guy up. And I watched his previous K1 fight, and I was like, oh, he's like just some typical Muay Thai guy that do. And I was like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
You know,
he
I mean, I
starts
know
slow,
disrespect
isn't
to
he?
him, innit?
Sorry, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, he starts slow, but like I don't know, man. I feel like with me, like especially if it's K1, like I'm a massive kickboxing fan. And I love watching Glory. So every time I watch Glory, like from round one, they're like beating the shit out of each other the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, like, this is my type of thing. That's why like when if you watch me fight MMA and K1, it's completely different. In MMA, I'm such a slow starter because it's like I like to set my pace and stuff. I don't want to go rushing in and just get taken down. And it's just like
Yeah, of
fucking long.
course, of
I'm
course.
like, why are you trying to grapple me, bro? I'm just standing bang, but I'm like, oh, like I can't say that in it. It's
Yeah,
MMA.
yeah.
But when I know they can't take me down, I'm like, yeah, like you have to stand with me and you have to take these beatings, innit?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I didn't see any. I mean, there's no fear of the takedown at all. You just came in guns blazing. You really
Yeah.
like that left body kick, man. I saw you throw that.
Oh yeah.
That's like your money maker. I feel like you just throw.
Yeah. To be fair,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm a natural southpaw, innit? I'm a natural southpaw, so. But a lot of the time I'm in orthodox, just because obviously I'm a southpaw. My power hand's my left hand, but when I'm in orthodox, I can just abuse people with my lead hand. I can just fuck them up.
yeah.
But then when I was switching to southpaw, that's when that left body kick comes, and it's just like, bruv, if your elbow is not tucked here, if you're like elbows wide, then obviously I know he's a tiger, and Thai guys usually have the elbow a bit wide.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that will sink right inside, inside the liver. And I think I caught him with it once on the body clean.
100%.
Then yeah, he started tucking his elbow. I was like, "Oi, mate, don't be cheeky!"
Not
And I
just
started
that,
kicking
man.
his arms.
Not just that. You set the pace and the announcer, the commentator was saying, you know what? I don't know if he can hold this pace for 3 rounds. It was actually him slowing down because you clocked him
Yeah.
body kick like so many times. It was probably just depleting his gas tank.
Do you
But
know what else it was? Like I was beating the fuck out of his body, and I was throwing a lot of leg kicks, but I was throwing them on like the hip type of thing. I was kicking the hip to slow him down because like as soon as you like blast like a lot of leg kicks, like they're very easy to check, especially Thai guys. But
yeah,
like obviously like coming from a Kyokushin karate background from being young, obviously chopping down on leg kicks and shit. I can sort of adjust my leg kick to kick it a bit higher. And when you hit the hip, it slows them down so much, and it just hurts, and it's just like it's just annoying. And then like you don't know whether I'm gonna go hip or body, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Like pick your poison.
Yeah, no, a beautiful performance, man. You had a call out at the end of that fight as well.
Yeah.
The announcer, I don't know why they announced like, I thought he was gonna call out Tristan Tate. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, what? You thought he was funny? I was like, bro,
By the way,
what
man,
the
I
fuck?
got nothing. You could want me to. I could edit spit out, yeah, but I just thought the commentary. I didn't understand it. Like, so where's the commentary?
Bro, listen, man, you can leave this in, man. I can't lie, the commentary was just a fuckery. Like,
Yeah,
I think that and the commentator was actually quite funny because I think the guy who commentated the K1 fight was the same guy that commentated my third MMA fight. The one like where I dropped the guy early and then I just get taken out in the first round because it's just a ridiculous grappling. Back then, my grappling was like bare shit.
yeah, yeah.
Like, like I know that commentator, and I'm like, this guy's jokes, but I was like, come on, bro, you could have done a better job. But hey, we're not gonna fault him, innit? We're
No,
not
no,
gonna
no, no,
fault
no.
him.
I mean, look, man. It is what it is. But who is Tristan Tyler? I mean, he pulled out initially out of
Yeah, all
fight.
right. I'll give you a backstory on this, right?
Yeah,
So in the fight week for that fight, Tristan Taylor, his opponent pulled out for the fight, and that was meant to be an 80 kg title fight for K1 amateur. And I was fighting 80 kilo K1 amateur, but with no shin guards. So like it's amateur rule set, but it was because there's no shin guards, it was kind of like semi-pro basically. Um, and yeah, I heard that Tristan's opponent pulled out, and I saw the promoter was looking for an opponent for him. And I said to the promoter, bear in mind that whole week I'm watching like K1 Grand Prix from like the 90s and shit. And I'm like, yeah, like this is fucking sick. Like, and I said to him, I go to the promoter because he like I gave it a few days for him to find an opponent and he keeps posting it. And I go to the promoter, I'm like, listen, like, why don't we just do like a K1 like Grand Prix style tournament? I'll fight Ori, and then the winner of me and Ori, next fight, we fight fucking Tristan. Like, let's fucking do it. Why not?
yeah,
And the promoter goes like, you know what? I like that idea. And then he suggested it to Tristan and his team. And I didn't hear nothing of it. And then I spoke to Kenny, the promoter of Victory Fights. By the way, listen, shout out to him, man. He's a fucking sick promoter. I'll give him that, man. The guy's a legend. Um, but I spoke to him on the day of the fight, and I was like, "What's going on? Like, why couldn't we make this like Grand Prix thing happen? Because that would have been fucking sick, bro. Like, it would have got a lot of exposure for him and for us. It would have been amazing." And he just goes like, "Yeah, I suggested it to his team, but they just didn't want it." And I was like, "The fuck?" So I was like, I'm just gonna call him out like respectfully, innit? You know what I mean?
yeah. No, of course, man. Like, so you started off, just based on a previous interview that I saw. I think again it was with the Ike MMA. You've actually started off with karate at a young age.
Yeah,
And it was your father that got you into it initially. He was also
yeah,
on black belt in karate too. How
yeah,
integral was he to your fighting career? I mean, unfortunately, I know he's passed, but how
yeah.
important is he, even to this day? In terms of your fighting mentality?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. Like when my dad was alive, especially from being from young, I
Yeah,
was a very like hyperactive kid. I was a bad kid, I'll be honest. And like even in school, I would just get myself in fights all the time. Like, and all I like to do is play football and fight. Like I literally be at break and lunch playing football, then I just end up scrapping with someone like randomly at primary school, like year one, year two, innit? And my dad was like, you know what, like fuck this guy's crazy. Like they're getting called in like almost every other day, and then they're like, you know what, I'm gonna throw him in karate. Why not? Like put some discipline into him. My dad wanted to put me in like a Shotokan style karate school,
yeah,
but we couldn't really find anything that was good but local. And then we found a Kyokushin karate school from a really good black belt. I forgot his name now because I stopped karate when I was like 11, so like 10
yeah.
years ago now, innit? But it was really good, and the base I learned from there, I've enjoyed it a lot. To be fair, like back then I enjoyed it a lot when I was a kid, but then as soon as I hit like secondary school, I was like, this is shit. I kind of want to punch people in the face, innit? But then Kyokushin, you can't. You can only like do body punches and head kicks and all that shit. We can kick everywhere, but you can just do body punches, innit?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a bit boring. I want to like break people's noses and shit. You know what I mean?
Go back to karate type of style in your MMA fights. Just kind of wide stance, kind of karate style.
Yeah, do you know what? If you watch my second MMA fight on Cage Warriors Academy Southeast, I had a very much of a karate style there. But I've kind of changed it up a little bit, especially my striking coach Greg GK1. Guy's a legend, by the way.
Yeah.
With him, he sort of accepted the karate style that I have. But he sort of added a very heavy boxing base onto it. which is why I feel personally my boxing is very good. Well, I think it is anyway. And that sparring I do pretty well when I'm fit. Obviously, when I'm unfit, it's a bit long, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like I combine it very well. And I feel like the striking style that I have is very good. Hence why I want to compete in both K1 and MMA. You know, and I'm like I said, like I'm just thankful for it, man, because it just the amount of weapons I have. I can't lie. Sometimes it just overwhelms me. Like when I'm sparring, sometimes I'll lose rounds striking against no disrespect against guys that I just know I'm better than at like stand up. Like, and I'll lose a round just because I get overwhelmed with so much shit I want to do. But because I've got like 25 different like setups I want to throw, I'll end up like not throwing enough and they get like fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel what it's almost like? I don't know if you've heard this phrase, yeah. It's paralysis by analysis. You're just analyzing it so much, yeah. You're almost paralyzed by the fact that you have got these weapons, you
Yeah.
can use all these things, and you're like, what do I do next? Like, fuck, like, what's the next thing? Do you ever feel like that?
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I do get that so much. Like it's actually bad. That's why like sometimes like when my striking coach Greg, what he says to me was like, bro, just don't think about it too much. Just like let your jab work for you. Like just start throwing your jab and everything else will come along. He's like, you know what to do. Like you know this shit. Like
Yeah,
don't overthink it. Just throw and enjoy yourself. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah. So you started off, you actually started off at GK1 striking, isn't it? Like you actually started, really properly training there, I'm assuming. What
No. So what? Right. So this is how my fight career journey went. So
Yeah.
I trained obviously karate from 6 to 11. And then when I started secondary school, I went to box a little bit at Mackenzie's boxing in Crystal Palace. I done like a few classes here and there, done a bit of boxing. And then I done some kickboxing and Muay Thai down at Impact Academy Croydon. They're not a gym anymore. That there's that the where the gym was is like it's run by someone else now, and it's a complete different thing going on down there. Then when I was 14, year nine, I started doing MMA at New Wave Academy down in Croydon. And then my mum made me stop when I was year 11 because she thought I was gonna focus on my GCSEs, but I just wasn't. And then I had to stop for like 2 years because then after year 11 I started playing football more seriously. Like I played semi-pro and I went to football college.
Wow.
And my dad wanted me to go down the football route. He was like, "Oh, like, you be a footballer, get all the girls, all of this shit." Innit? And I was like, I always enjoyed fighting more, but because of my dad, I was like, you know what, I'll do the football. And he always just say to me, he was like, listen, like if football doesn't work out, they can always go back to fighting. Like it's not a
Yeah,
problem, innit?
true, true. Yeah.
But like football, like realistically with football, if you haven't made it by like 18, 19, like it's wraps. You know what I
That's
mean? But then
true.
for MMA, you're still young. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Arguably younger
Um,
as well. If you've not kind of done something by the age of 11, 12, like that's it. It's kind of done, isn't it?
Literally, yeah. Like if you're not playing like academy football, like if you're not in like a Cat 1, Cat 2 academy from like 11, 12, like you're like realistically, you're not really making it unless like you have a crazy season at under 16 somewhere at a good Sunday league level and you get picked up for a scholar, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
And then even then, your chances are still very slim. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no. Then at 18, when I clocked football wasn't really gonna work out, when I was finishing my second year in college, I started training down at Team Underground MMA. My friend Yassine brought me down there. And that was good. I was there for about a year or so, a year until the end of 2020. So yeah, till the start of 2021. Actually, no, till the end of 2021. So I joined at the start of 2020 and I stayed there for the end of 2021. So that's what, 2 years,
Yeah.
something like that. And then I went to Apex Army and GK1 Striker when they were linked together up in Windsor. And I think Apex Army used to be NFM back in the day, like back when Dean Namazinga was running it. And then now Adam Namazinga runs Apex Army. From his fighting him, obviously Adam Apex Namazinga and whatnot. So yeah, I was there for like a few months. Bearing in mind they're based in Windsor and I'm in Croydon, which is South London. So every day I'm traveling like
Yeah. Yeah.
hour and a half, like training full time. I'm not making money, like I'm having to make money where I can on the side, like when I'm not training and whatnot.
Mm.
Um, and then I done my third MMA fight under GK1 and Apex Army, lost that fight, and then just financially I couldn't hack it anymore training there. Like I loved it, but financially it just wasn't realistic.
Yeah.
Um, and then I had a chat with Brad Pickett, and I was like, can I come down to train and stuff? Because I literally live 15 minutes from GB top team.
Yeah.
Then I had a chat with Brad Pickett. He was like, yeah, mate, like come down, come sparring, and then we'll see what you're saying, innit? And then when sparring at GB top team, Brad liked me. He was like, yeah, if you want to come down more often, like feel free. Like, you know what I mean? Like Brad's a legend, man. Like, honestly, like, he didn't even pressure me about membership money. He was just like, listen, like, whenever you have the money to start your membership, start your
Oh
membership. It's
wow,
cool.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
Man.
mate. Brad is so cool. Like Brad is amazing. Like honestly, like one of my biggest worries going into GB top team was like, oh, like what's Brad Pickett gonna be like? Because he's Brad Pickett, bro. Like he's a legend of like UK MMA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why? Like realistically talking, like why the fuck should he even have time for an amateur like me? Like why? Like when he's got so many fighters in the gym that he has to focus on. But I can't lie, man. He surprised me. And also Ashley Grimshaw, Coach Ash Grimshaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mad good, man. Mad good. Like, to be fair, Brad is much nicer than Ash. Ash will tell you himself, Brad is way nicer than Ash.
Give it a go.
Do you know what it is, yeah? If you come to GB top team, come to Ash's jiu-jitsu class.
Yeah.
And you'll find out, innit? Like, I'll be real, yeah. If say like obviously because we train in the mornings, we've got a pro team training in the mornings at GB top team, and in the evenings is more like hobbyists and stuff, and fighters come in the evenings if they're just trying to get extra work and whatnot. But say like if I miss a morning session, right?
Yeah.
And I come in the evening, Ash will see me walk in and stuff, and he'll just be like he'll be like, where have you been this morning? Like, what? Why didn't you come to training, you cunt? Like, what's going on? And I'm just like, coach, like, you're not even hearing me out. Not even like, what? How come you weren't here? He's like, no, well, like, why haven't you been here, you cunt? Like, or what? Or say like we're grappling or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And if he's watching on the side, yeah, he'll be like sort of giving me advice like mid roll or something. And then if I like fuck up, and he'll be like, oh, no, oh, you're so shit, man, or something like that. But like, we all know it's love. Like he won't be like that to people who he knows can't handle it. You know,
Yeah.
like I remember like when I was like GB top team, I was like to him, I was like, Ash, like you love being horrible. He was like, no, like not even that. It's like I just do it because like people that I know that can take it, I'll give it. You know what I mean? People that can't take it, he won't even bother. But Brad, for example, Brad would just be nice to everyone, to be fair. And then like if you do end up like getting to know him quite well, then you experience Brad's like fucking Joker side, and he'll just try to punch you or some shit, and it's like, Brad, like, come on, like you know what I mean?
No, I think you're gonna have to have both, isn't it? Like you can't have both coaches being super nice. Like that doesn't make any sense. You
You know
know?
what it is, Jake? You see with Ash is like brutally honest, like too honest, and sometimes to the point where it's like some people will get offended by what he says, innit? Genuinely, like imagine like you're a hobbyist, right? And you've been work 9 to 5, you've been taking shit from your boss all day, and then you come in the evenings or something, and then like Ash is like, oh, why'd you do this? Like, oh, stop being shit or something like that, innit? You know what I mean? And then you'll be like, oh, but like with fighters, like because when you're fucking doing this shit full time, like morning and evening, and this is what you do, you breathe this, you live this life, then Ash expects you to be good because it's like, how are you training all the time and you're not good? Like genuinely, like seriously. Like hence why, for example, why I've improved so much at GB top team. Do you know what I'm saying? Like because the sparring partners there, especially you go in the mornings, man. Honestly, come on a sparring day just to watch on a Tuesday or Thursday morning, preferably Tuesday because that's when it's busy. Mate, those are pay-per-view rounds. We're talking like from flyweight up to like light heavyweights to like Simeon, Luke and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, they're pay-per-view rounds. Like, we've had I don't know if you know Dan the Warrior Sam.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. He's coming in now. He's doing classes on a Wednesday evening, but he'll come on a sparring in the Tuesday morning sparring. He'll bring, I think it's his son Yashua. Like he's fucking sick, man. He's ridiculous. And you'll see him do rounds of like Tim, Luke, because he's fucking huge, bro. And mate, and it'll be pure K1 rounds in the ring, yeah. And like we'll be watching them because they'll start before we start the MMA rounds. And we're just about to start the MMA rounds and we'll watch it. And I'll genuinely be watching it like it's a fucking like glory title fight. And I'm like, fuck it hell, like this is sick. Like that's the thing with GB top team, right? Bro, it's actually a Shark Tank, man. You go
Yeah,
there
it
unfit,
looks it,
you're gonna
man.
get fucked up. Like, if you go there unfit, you're getting hurt. Like, genuinely, like, bro, even me, listen, I'm not fucking, listen, I ain't no Leon Edwards or fucking no world beater or nothing,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah, man. Not
But
yet.
like, yeah, not yet, not yet. But like, I wouldn't say I'm like fucking shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even me, bro, if I go like recently, yeah, I've not been very consistent with my training. I'll be real, and I've been slacking a little bit. And I'll go in like a sparring day or something, and I will get fucking worked, bro. Like I'll get fucking worked bad. Like when I'm training and stuff, like all I need is like 2 weeks to get fit, like fight fit. Um, because like grappling cardio is completely different to just general cardio. As soon as I'm fit, it's cool. Like, bruv, like we can go fucking like mad intense rounds, and like then we're talking like pay-per-view rounds, bruv. Like literally, like it is nuts. And the coaches are so harsh. Like in the mornings, Ash is like less jokey, he's more serious, and he'll like obviously like if he's got time for you, like mid-round, he'll grab you and be like, look, do this instead of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like stop spamming like the inside leg kick, go for a body kick, do you know what I'm saying? Or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like he's genuinely him and Brad. Brad just gets on to me all the time because I don't shoot in when I do MMA rounds. You know what I mean? Because like my mentality is like, yeah, I want to get my takedowns from knockdowns, isn't it? Like although I have to start wrestling more, unfortunately, but I just don't like holding other men in it. Like, I think it's
No,
a
I
bit
mean, fair
weird.
enough, man. I mean, everyone's got their own individual style at the end of the day. But we've actually interviewed a couple of killers from Great British Top Team as well, like Alex Lahore and
Oh,
Simeon
bro.
as well. Oh my God, Simeon's killer.
Yeah.
How
Simeon's a
is it
killer,
a bit
man.
intimidating, being with people that are essentially just world class?
Do you know what it is, right? Do you know what was mad for me at GB Top Team? Obviously, first, like seeing Nathaniel Wood in the flesh was mad.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was crazy. And when I saw Marc Diakese in the flesh coming out to spar, like first time I saw Marc Diakese in the gym, I was like, oh my god, it's Marc Diakese. Like, oh my, like I used to watch this guy before, like I even like before I knew who McGregor was, like, because Mark's like was
Yeah,
all the MMA highlights in it. And
definitely.
I'm like, bruh, this fucking Marc Diakese. Bruh, next thing I know, Brad goes to me, he's like, Jovan, Mark, third round in the cage. And I'm like, bruv, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the
What
fuck?
the fuck?
But then, like, you get stuck in there, and it's like, bruv, you gotta survive.
Yeah.
You gotta survive. And sparring Mark is mad, bruv. Like, honestly, like, first time I sparred him, I was fucking shitting myself. Like now, I don't mind it as much because like I've sparred him a few times. We know each other, and we can go. Like we can turn up when we have to turn it up. But mate, listen, bro, it's fucking hard. However, it did surprise me because in my head I was like, oh my god, Marc Diakese. I was like, fuck, and then I realized, oh my god, this guy's human. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like, he's
yeah.
human as
Of course.
well. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy to see these people. Also, like Alex Lahore, for example. Like me and Alex we're quite close in the gym and stuff. We talk a lot. He's a welterweight, I'm a welterweight. We spar. He's my main sparring partner, to be fair.
Yeah.
But when I started training at New Wave when I was 14, Alex Lahore was training there and he's fucking in Bellator. Like
Yeah.
at,
Yeah.
at that at that time, literally all I knew was like Marc Diakese, Conor McGregor, Alex Lahore before I actually like educated my and Anderson Silva, of course. Like before I educated myself properly on fighters and stuff. So to me, like in my head, when I saw Alex Lahore there, I was like, oh my god, that's like Alex Lahore. I'm like, oh my god, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to fucking do bare rounds with this guy, innit? And I do, and I have to do like even my last sparring session last week on Tuesday. And wait, what's the day today? Sunday, innit? Yeah, no, sorry, this week on Tuesday because I flew out. I'm in Serbia right now. I flew out on Wednesday. My last sparring session on Tuesday, I'm sparring. I'm unfit. I've not been training consistently. I'll finish a round and I like before we even start a round, actually, Alex will be like, oh Joe man, like come, third round, yeah, don't be running. I'm like, brother, I'm not running. I'm like giving him all this talk. I'm like, yeah, you're old and that. And I'm like, but inside, I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I can't lie though, man, he's fucking sick. And just like having the opportunity to train with them guys and when you get to know them and stuff, and then they actually take time, especially Alex, for example, Alex has helped me out so much. Like, especially my last fight camp when I fought MMA, he was helping me out so much and giving me these little like tips and little pointers, and even like he took me to his jiu-jitsu gym at Mandala Jiu-Jitsu, trained there as well, and meeting Vinny the coach, and I had to roll with him, and the guy's fucking fourth degree black belt, fifth degree black belt, and I'm just like, Literally, he went omoplata, I got out, the other side omoplata, got out, other side omoplata, I got out, then he goes Kimura, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Literally, I'm like, what's going on, bro? Like, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy. That's one thing I say as well. And my coach Greg said to me, was like, with this sport, like, it's just the people you meet. We do this because of the love of the sport and the people you meet and the friends you meet and fight. And like, you would never meet these people and have these connections with people like working an office job, for example, and
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's true. Yeah. You're
Like,
trading time
it's
and sweat, man. You know, it's completely
literally, man. Like, how are you gonna bond with someone better than like if you're punching each other in the face and beating the fuck out of each other, wrestle fucking each other, and like your best friends? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
because we're all doing it to better each other, and it genuinely it is nice. I can't. It's like it's fucking hard work though. Hard work really is hard work, but it's worth it, man. On fight night when you get a hand raised, it's definitely worth it.
Absolutely. Do you feel like what do you feel like which part or which area of your game is mostly improved from being at Great British Top Team, would you say?
Definitely my defensive grappling is definitely well in general I've just improved, but grappling mainly, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Because we grapple a lot. Like we do Monday morning wrestling, Tuesday morning sparring, Wednesday morning jiu-jitsu, Thursday morning sparring, Friday morning we do like a MMA wrestling class. So it's like cage work and shit. So like we're grappling intensively 3 times a week, but we're just grappling. And then only 2 times a week do we get to spar. And even then, we are encouraged to grapple a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Hence why, like, you watch anyone from GB Top Team fight, that they're not going to be shit at grappling. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, unless it's like someone who's like doing their first MMA fight, but then that's understandable. Do you know what I mean? But you watch anyone from like the third, fourth MMA fight onwards, like amateur onwards, bruv, like everyone can fucking grapple. Do you know what I'm saying? And it shows. It shows. Like even like if you watch my third MMA fight, right, that I lost to Conor Tyman when I dropped him and then he just fucking
Yeah.
took me down and beat like fucking hams at it the fuck out of me, innit? Like from then, my last MMA fight, which I also lost, but I went decision against a guy who was a decent wrestler, judo black belt, like really like solid. Like I'm not gonna say like he's not an amazing grappler, but he is a fucking good grappler. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
And he beat me just by holding me. Like I can chat shit as much as I want, but I lost. But however, the positive I took away from that fight was I didn't get taken out in the third round.
Mm.
Every single time he took me down, I got back up. Like he didn't take me down and hold me down, do any damage to me. Like
Yeah.
I walked out that fight and I drove home. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally, like I was perfectly fine. And I was like, obviously I was pissed off because I lost the fight and I put so much work into that camp as well. And obviously cutting weight and everything. For me to lose, I was pissed off. But then like my friend Stefano, the ghost cat, a colleague, he was at to me, he was like, listen, mate, like look, like you didn't get taken out in the third round like you did against Connor. And this guy isn't shit. Like he's good. He's a good
Yeah.
wrestler. He's a good grappler. Like you didn't fight some bum and lose. Like you fought someone who's legit. You tested yourself. Like you've done this test at amateur. Now, like the next guy you fight is like this. You're gonna know what to do. Do
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I can't lie, man. It's at GB Top Team. It's a case of like you have to get better.
Mm.
There's no other option. Like you have to. Everyone's improving, and yeah, like I notice it, man. When I'm not in the gym for like 1 week, if I take a 1 week break from the gym and I come back, like people that I was like winning rounds against, they're fucking me up.
Yeah.
And vice versa. As soon as like someone's in the gym every day, they're fucking sick. They take a week off, bro. They'll get fucked up.
Mm.
This is how it is. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you've been there for a little while now? Do you feel like now is the time where I'm gonna just knuckle down? I'm gonna be consistent as well. I'm not gonna skip training, or again, life gets in the way. Is there a few
Yeah.
things that you gotta, you don't have to go into detail, but is there a few things you got to sort out in your personal life, or
Yeah, I've got a few things I'm sorting out. Like for example, I've got a court case here in Serbia that I'm going on with my stepmom. She's trying to take my house. So my father passed and he left like a will. Long story short, she's trying to take the house.
damn,
It's not in the will. It's not supposed to go to her, but she's just trying to protest it and stuff. And I got lawyer shit going on. It's fucking long. Like a
jeez,
lot of conversations with my lawyer, stuff like I train full time. So the only work that I do is I do I have my PTs, I do one-to-ones, privates and stuff, which obviously helps me out massively. So I'm just trying to build that as well. And look, it's not easy, but then like listen, tough times creates tough people, innit? Do
hundred
you know what
percent,
I'm saying?
100%.
So like, definitely the plan is 100% to definitely stay at GB top team. Like right now, I don't have any plans on leaving at all. Like I love it there. I'm not gonna lie, genuinely. Like I feel personally, like no disrespect to any other gym, but I feel like it's definitely the best gym I've trained at. Like the level there's crazy. The people that come in externally are crazy. Like
Yeah.
on Tuesday I sparred, I think Brad, the crazy kid Wheeler, and he's fighting on PFL Paris, I think this weekend or next weekend.
Next weekend, actually, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
Simeon.
like, yeah, I've sparred Simeon as well. And I'm like,
Jesus, man.
yeah, I've sparred Sim.
Dude's a heavy
Didn't really go very well, I'm not gonna lie.
That guy is so ridiculously big, man. It is just so
Bro,
ridiculous.
do you know what? Do you know what
He's
else
got
it
long
is
wrists
like?
from John Jones as well. Like, what the
He's crazy, bro. Like this guy, I spar him, and look, Sim's a lovely guy, man. He's genuinely
hell?
the nicest guy in the world. And I spar him, and he's being nice to me, and he's hitting me like with jabs and crosses, and like I'm trying to slip. Like, I'm fucking trying to slip, bro, but I can't. He just like reaches his hand out, he's banging me in my face. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, he's
And
got
then
the
like
big
also
arms, man, for sure.
on a Wednesday morning we're grappling, and then like Luke trainer's just chilling there in a cage, innit? And he's doing his rounds of like Louis Sutherland, the heavyweight. He's doing rounds of Sim, and he'll have like a round off, and he'll be like, Jovan, and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm like, ah, shit, here we go again. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, look, fuck it, I'll do the round, innit? If anything, like, I'm gonna learn. Like, I know he's gonna fuck me up, innit? Like, he's bigger, he's a better grappler, like, but I'm gonna learn. And the thing is, like, with all these guys, like, everyone's got, like, obviously everyone's got an ego, but no one's ego to the point where it's like they don't want to help you.
Yeah.
Like if people see that you're calm and you're not a prick and like you're not getting pissed off by getting tapped out, you're not getting pissed off from getting fucked up. Like they'll be like, listen, like don't do this, do that, don't do this, do that. Like try this instead of this. You know what I'm saying? And they genuinely try to help you. You know what I mean? Which goes back to my point of like why everyone at GB Top Team just improves.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like the work there is like I don't think anyone trains the way we do. I mean, sure, there's gyms that train how we do, but I feel like definitely in London, maybe other than street fighters, I don't know what other gyms train the way we are at GB Top Team, the way we're improving. Do you know what I mean? So look, I'm just grateful to live so close to the gym and to be part of that team and everything. And like, listen, like you said, man, it's just time for me to just get fucking consistent. Obviously, I'm on holiday now. I had a wedding to go to yesterday
How was
with my
that, by the way?
girlfriend's family. Oh man, it was crazy. There was a little clip on my Instagram. I didn't want to put too much out yet, but listen, man, it was fucking wild, bro. Serbs know how to party, man. You know what I mean? Like yesterday's wedding that we went to from my girlfriend's side of the family.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then next Saturday, I've got another wedding from my side of the family. So my second cousin, she's getting married.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'm the closest like male cousin she has. So
Okay.
yeah, like it's very
Are
close
you there
family.
for
She's
a
got
while
another
then?
wedding. Huh?
Are you there for a while then in Serbia then? Are you staying there for a few weeks?
I'm coming back on the 2nd of October, so
Oh, damn.
um
So that's a
yeah,
nice.
I'm just here for I mean it's like 12 days in it. We flew out on Wednesday, so 12 days and it's a nice little break. I didn't really want to go, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to just knuckle down and train because I already went to Serbia back in August.
Yeah.
I already went to Serbia for a month there with the missus. That was nice little holiday. I wasn't very disciplined then. I was drinking, eating and stuff, just enjoying myself really. But like now, when I'm in Serbia, I'm eating like once, twice a day because I don't really get an opportunity to train because like a lot of like meeting the family and
You don't
this
want to
and
get too
that.
heavy, basically, is what
I
you're
don't
saying.
want to get heavy. I'm not drinking. Yesterday at the wedding, I didn't have a sip of alcohol, just drinking sparkling water the whole time, like a fucking
Ah, that's
idiot.
really good, man.
Yeah,
That's hard as well.
yeah,
Jesus.
it's hard, but listen, man, like when you do this sport, man, you can't live two lives. Like you're either an athlete or you're not. You can't be drinking
Yeah.
or smoking and shit and like come to the gym. It's not how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't be doing that. Realistically, if you want to get the best out of your training, listen, like you can go fucking smoke a joint and then come train. But you're not gonna get the maximum out of your session as if like
Yeah.
if you just went there, clear head, you took your creatine in the morning, you had your coffee, you had like your porridge for breakfast or whatever. You know what I mean? It's a complete different like lifestyle you have to live. And everyone's looking at me like, oh my God, like, oh, athlete, and they think I'm like this fucking professional. I'm like, I will be, but I'm just trying to put the professionalism mindset into myself so that I'm not fucking like slacking any more than I already have been. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But Just changing gears a little bit. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, man? Like from now, I mean, do you see yourself, like it's a typical dream for a lot of fighters going to the UFC or going to the PFL, Bellator. What's the kind of aspiration here?
Look, I don't want to burn any bridges here, innit? But I mean, I'm not one of them guys that's like, oh, UFC and only UFC. Like, I'm not like that, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to make a living off fighting, to be fair. And obviously, I want to be the best in the world. But there's a lot of things that have to come together for you to achieve that and stuff. But I just want to test myself so that when I get old and grey and stuff, that I'm not looking back going like, oh, what
Oh
if,
man,
what if, what if?
I
Do you
love
know
that.
what I'm saying? So I don't know. In 5 years, I've always said because I want to compete K1 and MMA. Like the last K1 fight I fought was my first like official K1 fight. Um, and I love kickboxing. I absolutely love it. I want like obviously I signed with the management as well, mogul management and stuff. And I'm on a K1 and MMA contract with him. Um, so I've spoken to him and I was like, listen, like I want to pursue my kickboxing with MMA. And obviously being young, I'm 21. I don't want to rush MMA too much because my knees are pretty fucked as it is from wrestling.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know. We'll see. Like ideally, best case scenario in 5 years. How old will I be in 5 years? 26. Yeah, best case scenario, I'll be fighting like one FC under a
Mate, that
K1
is
and then
insane. At
like
26 is very fucking good, man. That's brilliant.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that I would love that. Now, will that happen or not? I don't know. Like you don't know what will happen in the future. I don't know. I might decide one day, oh, I want to focus on K1 for a few years or something.
Yeah,
Or
that's
I might
fine.
say, oh, fuck K1, I'm just gonna do MMA and like just wrestle bare and become like a fucking grappler or some shit. I don't fucking know, man. We'll see. We'll see when the wind takes me. But so far, the plan is for the next 5 years to train my fucking ass off, fight as much as I can. Then obviously I want to turn pro sometime soon, but I just want to get a bit more experience before I do that.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, when I'm pro, like build my career bit by bit, because obviously pro is a complete different game to amateur. Like amateur, like promoters just ask me to fight, and I'm like, right, cool. If I can make weight, I'll fight. I don't give a fuck who you give me. I'll fight anyone.
It almost doesn't
You know what
matter
I'm saying?
anyway at that stage if you're an amateur. It's
Yeah,
like
like
doesn't.
amateur doesn't like. I see guys who are like 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, 10-0. Like, listen, Connor Patterson is someone else. He's 9-0, but he's fucking fought killers. Yeah, like I'm not talking about him. But I know there's guys out there in the UK scene who are like 9-0, 10-0 amateurs, and they fought like fucking 7 journeymen. Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And they're gonna turn pro, and they'll get a couple like nice like journeymen at pro, and then they'll get given a killer on like PFL or some shit or Octagon, and they get fucking killed.
yeah,
You know
man.
what I
You
mean?
want to be doing that.
Like hopefully not. I don't wish bad upon anyone, but like generally that's how it is. If you haven't tested yourself at amateur, you don't know what it's like because every fighter knows when you're making that walk to the cage, you know yourself if you put the work in camp and then if your previous fights, if you've tested yourself really, if you've really given your all and stuff, you know what I mean? You know this deep inside yourself, you know what I mean? So like I said, man, I just don't have any regrets. Just work my ass off, test myself as much as I can, turn pro, start making some money, and see where life takes me. To be fair, man, do you know what I mean?
100%, man. 100%. I do want to get some. I want to get your thoughts on something actually, because we've been asking multiple people. We're going to try and do a massive compilation of this prediction.
Okay.
Because the fight is next month as well. So Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou, in boxing. You signed already. Tell me what your.
Oh,
Come
fuck.
on, give me your initial thoughts. I want
That's a bro. I'll be real, man. That's a fuckery, man. I don't even know, you know. Listen, Tyson is an unbelievable boxer,
100%.
but then Ngannou's just, bro. He's a physical like beast, bro. Man's been digging in like gold mines from free.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Who does that? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, getting hit by Ngannou's like a Ford Escort hitting you. Like, what the
Oh my
fuck? Like,
goodness, man.
you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, look, I don't even watch boxing too much. I'll be real. So I haven't done too much due diligence. And obviously, I know about Tyson Fury. Who doesn't? But I don't really sit there and watch all day. I don't even have time to watch UFC cards, to be fair. But um, I believe Tyson has been dropped before in fights and stuff.
Yes, yes, definitely.
And that's by guys like Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is big and strong, but listen, Ngannou's different, bro.
Do you think I don't know, man. I'm kind of in two minds here. I think Wilder hits harder than Ngannou. I think personally,
He,
just
he,
because
he
his
hits
hand.
harder. I don't know. I don't think he just swings, man. Wilder swings. He's not.
Yes,
I don't really like watching him, man. He's not. he's not a technical boxer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not shitting on him, bro. Like, you're a professional boxer. Like, props to you, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm not like, listen, Tyson Fury, for example, bro, the guy's a fucking technical master. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's unreal. Like, what heavyweight moves the way he does?
You know, he's got.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I feel like there's two ways this goes, innit?
Yeah.
And Ngannou steps in there and just clocks him, and Tyson goes, "Oh, fuck." Now, wait, are they doing this fight in boxing gloves or MMA gloves?
They're doing it in boxing gloves. It's a 10-round fight and not for the title, so that's a bit weird. But
yeah, that is because I know they wanted to do it in MMA. Listen, if it's in MMA gloves, like Tyson's getting killed.
You think so? Really?
Oh, bro. He's never fought in MMA gloves.
It's different.
He's never fought. It's completely different. MMA gloves and boxing gloves is a completely different fight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
The guard is different as well.
Yeah, the guard is different. The way you block, the way you move is different and stuff. And you know, but in big gloves, I feel like Tyson Fury definitely has a bigger chance. I don't know, man. Listen, like I said, he either goes in there, clocks him, and Tyson goes, "Oh, fucking hell! Like, what is this?" Or Ngannou comes in, tries to take his head off, and then Tyson just makes him look like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Or Ngannou could gas out because he's never fought a 10-round fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's never fought boxing.
That's true.
He's got no boxing experience. It's different being in a boxing ring to being in the cage.
100%.
You watch MMA, like no disrespect, especially like heavyweights, right? A lot of MMA guys, they're fucking technically shit.
Yeah, no, especially the heavyweights. They're the worst technically.
Yeah, especially the heavyweights because they've got so much power. They don't need to be good. They can just touch your chin and like you'll fall asleep. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. It's weird, man. We'll have to see how it plays out. But I'm not a betting man in general. But I don't know. I'm gonna say Tyson Fury just because of the fact that Ngannou just doesn't have any experience. Like, I'm just using my technical brain.
Yeah, no, same.
You know
I love Ngannou and I want him to win as an MMA fan.
Yeah, literally. I would love Ngannou to win because the storyline for it will be fucking sick. Like, coming from Cameroon and everything he's done, like, you know, it'll be fucking amazing if he done that. And like the whole MMA community will gas because like Jake Paul's just kind of shot on every MMA fighter, innit? I can't lie.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. And like all the boxing fans are like, oh, boxing, oh, fuck off, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not real fighting, bro. But then again, like, they're not fighting MMA, they're fighting boxing. So it's Tyson Fury as well. They're like, I don't know, it can go either way, but I would like Ngannou to win. But using my brain, I think Tyson will win, to be fair.
I think so as well, man. I mean, I don't really want to bet on this.
If
I was betting, I'd put money on Tyson Fury, man, to win this.
Yeah, same. I'd put money on him, man.
I'll be happy to lose the money if Ngannou wins, because that would be the biggest upset in combat sports history. I can't think of a bigger upset in combat sports history. If he knocks him in the first round, knocks him out cold, I think that would just be utterly insane, man.
That would be crazy but you know what's mad? Like, I can actually see it happening.
I know. Why is that? Why? I don't understand.
Because, bro, like, we've seen Ngannou like turn people into vegetables.
That's true. Oh, what he did
know what I'm saying? Like,
was nasty, man. That
was over him.
Yeah, when he uppercutted him.
Oh, bro.
Shadow Realm.
Bro, literally, what he done to him, what he done to Rosenstrike.
Yeah. Oh my god.
When he sparked out Miocic as well.
His corner was actually pissed off with Ngannou for the Rosenstrike fight. We didn't ask you to do that. Like, you got the win, but you're throwing wind.
I can't like that. That was fucking terrible. It was just devastating, isn't it? Like, technically, it was fucking shit, but it was just. I felt like I was at some regional like fight show or some shit. You know what I mean? Watching that, but like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I can't lie. Ngannou's got so much better. Like, when I watched them fight Stipe and when I watched them fight Cyril Gane, I was like, oh shit, because like, bro, his first fight in the UFC, he was fucking shit. He was just like some hedge African brother. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Like just some wedge African guy just touching your chin like you're dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, like, the second fight against Miocic, we saw him defend a single leg, and everyone was like,
That's so scary. I thought he was gonna spin around and take his back as well. Like, and just start fucking.
Bro, it was as soon as I saw him sprawl, I was like, yeah, Miocic.
Yeah, it's done.
Like, bro, could you imagine how heavy Ngannou's hips are? Like, imagine Ngannou's sprawling on your fucking head. They're like, what? How do I do this? Like you can't even like sit through and get to the back. Like it's impossible, bro. It would just like crush you.
Jesus, man,
You know what I mean?
that was crazy, man. There
Then,
was
bro, against Cyril Gane as well. Like,
yeah.
to be fair, he did nearly get his knees blown out. But like, listen, man, Cyril Gane's an amazing striker.
Yeah, he's
You know what I mean? And in small gloves as well. Like, imagine the power Cyril Gane can generate. Like, the guy, how tall is he? Like 6'5" or something?
5, yeah. He's a big guy, man.
Yeah, and he's fucking wedge, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, he generates a lot of power. So
Shredded too, man, at 250. Like shredded.
yeah, bro, that's wild, man. Them guys are fucking big.
Crazy, man.
But like even that fight, everyone was watching it going like, fuck, Ngannou's improved. That's the thing what I say to everyone about Ngannou is because some people genetically, like they just pick up fighting. They just understand it. They like even like some people that I coach, for example, some people I coach, they just don't fucking understand how to throw a jab. And I'm like there, like doing fucking like 3-4 sessions on a jab. Some people, they'll come to me with no fighting experience whatsoever. I'll teach them how to throw a jab. Like after 10 seconds, I'm teaching them how to throw a cross, hook, body shots, uppercuts, and then like in their third, fourth session, they literally look like they've been fucking training for years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some
That's
people.
the thing. Like some people pick it up, and then Ngannou is one of them guys that just picks it up because watch his first fight in the UFC, and then watch his last fight in the UFC, and it'll tell you everything. Like that tells me a lot about someone, how quick of a learner he is. So I feel definitely, he'll definitely pick up the boxing game a lot more. However, when we look at his improvement as an MMA fighter, he's tested himself in fights.
Yeah.
And he's been able to apply what he's been training in fights and improve like bit by bit. Like if you watch each Ngannou fight, he's getting better and better each fight. Whereas we've never seen Ngannou box before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's the biggest X
we'll have a
factor
look.
about this, you know. And I don't think he's gonna do much, man, to help him. Like, I don't know.
Oh, mate, Tyson, listen, bro, Tyson's a jippo as well, yeah?
No. Mike Tyson is training.
Oh, Mike Tyson. Oh, we said Tyson isn't going to do much to help him. I was going to say, oh. No. But Mike, yeah, if Mike Tyson's helping him, obviously that's amazing to have a good corner and have a lot of experience in with you and behind you. But then again, there's only so much Mike Tyson helping him train can do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so much that can help you. Like, that's not going to make you a world beater overnight. Obviously, like, your improvement most likely will be better. Do you know what I mean? Because it's fucking Mike Tyson, like, fucking hell, like, one of the GOATs. You know what I mean? But then again, it's like, I don't know. We'll have to have a look, to be fair. We'll have to see. But it'll be definitely interesting. I don't know. Because Ngannou's just the type of guy, like, he just doesn't look like he ever gets nervous, to be fair, like, for fights. He doesn't get nervous at all.
Yeah, he looks like
he doesn't care, like,
somebody, man. When he
literally, like,
this guy in interviews, and he goes into the cage and he just flips the switch.
Just killer mode, yeah. He flips the switch really well. That's the thing, like, and he gets zoned in. Like, you can tell he just, like, he does love it. When you watch him fight, like, even back when he was technically, like, not amazing, he would go in there fucking swinging for the fences. But some people, like, when you see them like that in the UFC, like, with not much technique and just fucking grit and, like, coming to kill you, like, it's different, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, obviously, Tyson Fury is very much like that as well. Like, Tyson Fury, when he fights, he's fucking ruthless. I don't know, man. I personally, I think Ngannou's tougher than Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Purely because
question. I don't know, man. That's
you know what it is, yeah. This is what I always say. MMA guys in general, right, are tougher than most of any other fighters because in MMA, right, we don't have knockdowns.
True. Yeah.
If you get knocked down, you get finished, generally talking, right? Or you have to find a way to fucking survive, right?
Yeah.
In boxing or K1, you get dropped, you've got 8 seconds to recover. You don't have them 8 seconds in MMA. In MMA, like you get dropped, you're gonna get fucking murked. Like he's gonna punch a hole through your face. Do you know what I'm saying? Like whereas any other like sport, you've got that time to recover and whatnot. Like I don't even think when Ngannou fights, he's not gonna want to go down. Even if he gets hurt, even if Tyson Fury hurts him, he's not gonna go down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like if Tyson Fury's gonna hurt this guy, he's either got a body shot the fuck out of him till Ngannou gets tired, and then just clip him and spark him out cold. Because I don't see Ngannou going down. Like, you know how boxers will go down and just like get a little rest or something, or they've been hurt and they're like, oh, all right,
that's
cool,
true.
let me take
They
a
use
knee.
their brain, man. They like, you know what? I want to I'm gonna go down a little bit, get a few seconds break, take my time.
Ryan Garcia, Anthony Davis, cough, cough.
Yeah, man, 100%.
You know what I mean?
We've actually got a few minutes left, man, but I've got one final question for you. And I like this question a lot. Someone asked this to Dana White, actually. If you could have any fighter that can fight for your life, yeah, the last 100 years, who would you pick and why? And remember, they're fighting for your life. So that's a very it's a good, be a very good option here.
Any fighter fighting for my life.
Yeah. Last 100 years. MMA, boxing, kickboxing, does not matter.
Oh, you can't do this to me.
Nah, sorry, man.
Well, I'm gonna have to pick an MMA fighter if we're fighting for my life, don't it? Because if you're fighting for your life, there's no rules.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
You know what? I'm gonna say Mighty Mouse.
Really?
Bro, I love Mighty Mouse.
He's sick, but like the opponent's unknown. So it could be a fucking super heavyweight. Bro,
listen, I think Mighty Mouse would sub Ngannou.
Really? You think so?
Bro, Mighty Mouse is like a little fucking like.
No, he's sick. I'm not gonna lie, he's amazing.
Crazy, bro. I feel like if he fought Ngannou, yeah, he'll just like give him a few punches, and Ngannou will like throw a dirty over, and he'll slip, like, or he'll roll it, and then just jump on his back and choke him out.
If there's any flyweight in the world, yeah, that can do it, it's him. I'm telling you, he's
100%. Like, yeah, he's the only flyweight I'm taking.
Yeah,
but if it wasn't Mighty Mouse, it'll have to be John Jones. Like, come on, like, is that even a question? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, John Jones can do everything. Yeah, he can do everything, and he's a fucking light heavyweight. Now he's a heavyweight. Like, you know, I'm like, the guy is ridiculous.
Greatest of all,
you know what I mean?
In my opinion, man. There's no one better.
100%.
But Jovan, look, man, I really appreciate time. It's fucking great, man, having you on. And yeah, like, look, we're gonna do this again, 100%. If you ever want to come on and fight, just let us know. But look, I'm gonna give the final word to you, man. You know, tell the folks where they can find you. If you want to plug any sponsors, go for it. You know, tell
yeah, sweet. Listen, my Instagram is Majstor.MMA. I'll spell that for you. Majstor.MMA. If you don't want to follow me on my fighting, if you don't want to train with me, if you're based anywhere in London, I'm based in Southwest London in Mitcham. So if you want to train with me and whatnot, drop me a message. We'll talk. Shout out to my sponsors. Fuck, I got to remember them now. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll do my gyms first. I'll shout out GB Top Team and GK1 Striking, where all the blood, sweat, and tears takes place, and all the hard work. They're my sponsors, obviously. JMS Cuts, my barber, fucking sorting me out with fresh trims and whatnot, making me look lame. Come on. Comet Sports Nutrition, obviously, for the supplements. I've got a new sponsor as well that I haven't actually announced yet, but Forbidden Supplements, the best pre-workout in the game. All I want to say is 400 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah, enjoy. Also, we've got... Fuck, I need to remember all my sponsors now, man. Shit.
It's okay, we're ready.
It's cool, man. Listen, man. Hey,
it's all good.
Any sponsors that I forgot, I'm sorry, but the
links will be down
there. Yeah, and also obviously shout out my management, Sid Mogul Management. Shout out to Sid, fucking lit manager. I love him. And yeah, man, that's me.
Thank you for your time, man. You're
Bro, thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it.